welcome to this bonus episode of The Ed Factor. I'm Chris, he's Andy, and we are going to have a wee chat this week about Senjutsu. There's been a few announcements. I'm sure, as Maiden fans, you will have seen it all over the socials. We've got a few bits of news about the album. So it's a short wee bonus episode, and we're going to talk a wee tiny bit about what we think is going to happen.
Yep, so as I'm sure you are all aware, Maiden dropped a little video of Steve Harris, Bruce Dickinson and Kevin Shirley just discussing a little bit, lifting the lid a little bit on the album, what's on its way. Very exciting.
Yep, sounds really, really, really good.
Yeah.
They're very effusive about their praise about it.
Which you'd expect them to be.
They love working together. You know, you can tell they're really buzzing. Shirley in particular is probably, his is the most insightful. Obviously, he's the brains behind it all.
Yeah.
You know, the recording of it.
I think he seems, I mean, he made quite a big claim. He said, I've been working with a band for
20 years.
About 20 years now. And I think this might be the best album that we've done.
Yeah.
Which is quite a statement.
It is, considering
the output that they've had.
No, it's unreal.
He said some of this, he said, I know everyone says this, but honestly, some of the songs are just dynamite.
And Bruce said as well, didn't he? Said that it was a more, it was better than the Book of Souls.
He said he thinks
more
it's
varied,
better record. But yeah, the thing that came across to me is you're right, Chris. More varied. He said there'd be surprises.
Yeah.
And
a few guys thinking is this Iron Maiden, which is reflective, I think, I suppose, in Writings on the Wall. You know, I know there's actually been, since we were going to do this, and then Smithy dropped a video just today. This is Friday when we were recording, and he had said that, you know, he had taken a lot of folk inspiration from the beginning of Writing on the Wall. And people have been getting back to him saying it was country, but he said no, more English folk.
Right.
You know,
right.
And another interesting point as well is that they didn't record a good bit of the album sequentially. From what Adrian says, they did it in parts.
Right.
Even songs in parts. I think I have it just written down here. Days of Future Past, I think, and Writing on the Wall were only a couple of the songs that they did from start to finish. So you mean they've recorded segments of songs at a time? Steve said that too, I think. He said that, you know, if you've been listening, we've been going back in a deep dive into every album, and Steve went away. You watch the early days Stevie D, everybody says Steve went away and then come back with the entire song written. That's not what he's saying here. So they're writing together. It
seems a bit more of a collaborative process. Interesting what you're saying about recording segments at a time, although I think Martin Birch said about Rhyme and the Ancient Mariner that was done in that way. Yeah. You know, it wasn't all one performance because of it's a technical thing, because of the sounds. Yeah,
I suppose with Pro Tools and that now you can do that a lot easier now.
You can probably do it, you know, editing and stitching things together is a lot easier. But I haven't watched the Adrian interview.
Oh, right, okay,
you have. But certainly from what Steve and Kevin and Bruce have said, they seem to be saying that this is a very complex album. Yeah. Their most complex album. Does that reflect?
Yeah.
What
Adrian wasn't maybe just as he wasn't going into as much detail about, but he did say, you know, he said it's definitely sonically a quote from him is sonically it's one of the best things they've ever made, which is very exciting.
That is really exciting, especially coming from Adrian. That's because I know that, for example, on the Final Frontier, Adrian wasn't as happy as he could have been with the final product. I think he wanted it to be a bit more reverb and a bit more, and because he wrote a lot of material on that album, I think he said he found it a little bit frustrating that he maybe didn't have more influence just on the final mixes and the final, you know, edits or whatever. So that's interesting if he thinks sonically this is, I think this is going to be a monster album. That's what I think.
And if you watch any of the promotional material or any of these videos that are out there, there's something at the beginning, isn't there? There's like a drum beat, a rave with like chains or something.
Yeah.
And I think that's a taster for what we hear. Yeah.
I think that's going to be the intro of the album. Yeah.
Oh, imagine.
So can't wait. I'm sure you're all just as excited as we are. Suppose the only other news is...
Well, it's been 1 year since Martin Birch passed away. That was one of the things this week.
Yes.
That we had marked. Obviously we've been talking at length about him.
Yeah.
So it's very we cannot go by without marking that.
Yes, we cannot. His influence on Maiden, as I'm sure all fans
hard
will
rock,
agree.
heavy metal.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
He's just one of the greatest producers ever.
Was, yeah. Uh-huh.
So we tip our hats to you, Martin.
I hope you're up there having fun.
Yep.
You and Clive getting that drum sound sorted.
Getting that. Absolutely.
And Bruce's tour having to be cancelled as well. Bruce is sadly found out today. Bruce has also tested positive for COVID. So I hope everybody around Bruce and his family circle are okay.
Are well.
Wish them well. But
so the speaking
sounded
tour.
It sounded like it was. I was reading Facebook posts and things, and sounded like it was a brilliant show.
Yeah,
they weren't coming over to see us, unfortunately, and we're not going to be able to travel over to see it. But
no, it's obviously it's not a widespread tour. They're not taking it anywhere beyond England. I think it's not even.
It
doesn't even go. Did he even go to Scotland?
No, I don't think so.
So it won't be for us. Suppose the other thing is I think the orders for the box.
Yeah. It was ordered at 10 this morning and 5:30, I think, this evening.
Yeah.
And I think they just sold out.
Yeah, sold out immediately. I saw some stuff on social media about that. I mean, I don't think either of us were
gonna buy
it. It's 333 quid.
Yeah.
That's British pounds. Yeah. Too much for us, but there are
too rich for my blood.
Yeah, there are collectors out there that go mad for anything.
And if anybody would like to show us any photographs when they get it or anything, we'd love to see that. Or come on and show us it live.
Yeah, that would be awesome. If anyone does acquire one of the the deluxe box or whatever it's called, the 333 quid box, and you want to show it off. Yeah, Get in touch.
Send us a video.
We'd love to have a Zoom call with you and see everything that's in the box. That would be particularly awesome. So, I think on that note, we have been the Ed Factor, and you have been told all about Senjutsu. So, we'll see you soon. See you in the next episode. Yep, hang in there for Senjutsu. We're only 3 weeks away now, so
cannot wait.
Can't wait. Right, up the irons. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.